Hey everyone, welcome to the inaugural Pips Ahoy Challenge Cruise. I am so excited that we are starting this cruise off on the 1st of January because it's going to be so exciting for us to cruise to Piptopia. So let me know in the chat where you're cruising from so that I can see. I see Angela is from Florida. Lori's from snowy Wisconsin. Kathy is in Bessemer City, North Carolina. And Dion is in Houston, Texas. Christina's in Lawndale, California. I see Andes on here. Andes is from Jamaica. David is jumping on. He's from Canada. So we have a wider range of people that are joining us on this cruise. So I hope that you meet your fellow passengers because these are going to be the people that help you in your trading journey. And it is so important. Hey, Dana from Colorado and Josh from Georgia. Good to see you. So I'm from South Carolina. It was a beautiful day today. And so what I want to do now is just jump right in because I respect your time. So I'm going to share my screen. Welcome aboard the Pips Ahoy Challenge. We're going to have fun tonight. I had so much fun putting this together for you. So before we get started, I'm going to put on my captain's hat, right? So we're going to play the part. I got my captain's hat here, and welcome to the Pips Ahoy Challenge. So welcome aboard the SS Pip Finder. It's a virtual cruise for new and aspiring traders. We'll identify trends, hunt high probability setups, and learn how to ride the markets without going overboard on risk. I don't want anyone to fall off this cruise ship as we sail to Piptopia. Okay, guys, I got to give you a disclaimer because I'm going to be sharing screenshots all throughout my personal journey. The Pips Ahoy Challenge is provided for educational and entertainment purposes only, and it should not be considered an investment opportunity or financial advice. So there we go. So what I want from you, I want you to give me your attention. I want you to put away your phone, shut down social media if you have to, lock yourself in the bathroom, because what I'm getting ready to share with you is some life-changing information, right? Some life-changing information. Today's agenda, in our small amount of time together, my goal is to make a big impact in the following ways. I want to give you the combination to crack the trading code. I want to give you confidence where there was once uncertainty and clarity where there was once confusion. So I want to help you unlock within you the true potential that you have to make a dent in the universe. Because what I know is that trading is 90% you, right? 90% me and 90% you. So here we go. This is the Pips Ahoy Challenge map. I'm not sure where you are on this journey. Maybe you're brand new and have never heard of trading before, Forex trading. That was me 9 months ago, right? 9 months ago. I'm up here on this island, brand new 9 months ago, didn't have a clue what I was doing. Or maybe you're on this raft right here. You're fastly sinking because you're trying to watch all the YouTube videos and piece everything together, right? Or maybe you're the trader that just jumped into the river, right? You just jumped into the river and you're ready to go, right? Or you're drowning, actually. Or maybe you're on a Jeep going the wrong way. Maybe you're on a fast boat to get to Piptopia, but you're going the wrong way, right? So maybe you just need a little guidance, and hopefully this Pips Ahoy Challenge will align you to the right way. But you're joining me today, so we're on the SS Pip Finder. So what I need from you, right now, I want you to grab a notebook and a pen because I'm going to give you a ton of information that's going to help you with your trading journey. In fact, this is my notebooks that I have taken over the years from every challenge that I've jumped on, every training course that I've purchased, every dream that I have. They're all right here in these moleskin notebooks. And it's so important for you to write this down. Okay? Also, what I want from you is I want you to implement what I'm teaching you today, because nothing pains me more than giving you a solution and then running into you years later and you're still clinging hopelessly to your problem. I don't want that to be you, because I'm going to give you exactly everything you need. So who is this challenge for? If you really want to make a difference, this is a challenge for you. If you want more time and more money, then you're in the right place. This is the challenge for you. If you want to work from home, this is the challenge for you. And if maybe you've tried making an income with trading before and you failed, this is also the challenge for you. But who is this challenge not for? If you're chasing shiny objects, if you're wanting to get a Ferrari or a Lambo parked in front of a mansion next week, this is not the place for you today, right? If you're looking to get rich quick, and this challenge is not for you. But maybe you currently identify as someone who's never traded before, or maybe you're trading and you're not doing it well. Well, the truth is you probably haven't been shown the right way to do it. Maybe you lack conviction in the way of your trading edge. Maybe there's some mindset patterns that we need to break. What's it costing you? It's costing you your future self, your family, the world, right? So maybe you're the type that starts and stops. You're losing momentum you've gained every time that you stop what you're working on. I'm guilty of that. I know I have started things and stopped and started things and stopped. Or maybe you're just retreating back to your comfort zone. You reach a new high and you retreat back because you feel that you're not worthy of having success. And I want to tell you today that you are worthy, right? Or maybe you have commitment aversion. You're scared to commit to the investments that you've already made and the promises that you've already made yourself. This is another one that you may have, analysis paralysis. There is so much information out there. Maybe you've overconsumed without implementing and you feel stuck in your trading business. I don't want that to be you. And this is a big one right here. Maybe you're just letting fear win. You have self-doubt, you're worrying about the future, you have judgment, failure, success, these things that aren't even true, right? These things that aren't even true. That may be what you're feeling right now. So this is a no BS challenge. I'm going to be really, really honest with you. I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm going to be real. I'm going to help you start your trading journey, and I'm going to help you avoid the pitfalls. And speaking of being real, this is an AI photo of me, but it's my captain photo. So I thought it was pretty cool. So I just wanted to share it with you guys. This challenge is about you becoming a superhero and starting your trading journey. For the women that are watching me right now, it's like, yes, I want to be Wonder Woman. Yes, I know that I can start a trading business. And for the men that are watching right now, man is nothing else but what he makes of himself. So I want to help you become Superman. But let me be clear. I'm not about to show you how to sprinkle some magical unicorn poop on your computer and miraculously make $1 million with trading. I'm not going to do it. You know, funny thing, this is actually a real product right here. You can find it on thisiswhyimbroke.com, but I'm not going to show you how to make $1 million like overnight, right? Because I don't want to do that. But what I am going to show you, I am going to show you a Pips Ahoy challenge that you are on right now for free. And at the end, I'm going to offer you an optional next step where you can get access to $10,000 prop firm money or other people's money. So if you're sitting here right now and saying, oh my gosh, I don't have any money to trade, I'm going to offer you something at the end. Okay. So just wanted to be super upfront about that. Okay, we're on a cruise. Let me know in the chat. I'm getting ready to get a sip of water, but let me know in the chat if you have been on a cruise before. And Andez works on a cruise, so he could probably train you on everything that I'm going to do. So David's never been on a cruise. Lee, Angela, Kathy. Oh my gosh, you guys are going to be in for so much fun today. Has anybody that's joining me? No, nobody has ever been on a cruise. Okay, well, that's good to know because I'm going to show you what you're missing. Dion has been on a cruise. Okay, that's good. All right, so we have a lot of non-cruisers on here. Dana's never been on a cruise. Okay, I'm excited because this is the types of things that you can expect when you go on a cruise. The first thing that some cruise ships have the SS Piptopia has, is we're going to have movie under the stars. So you sit out at night and you watch a movie around the pool. There's a huge screen, and the movie that we're going to watch is Karate Kid. How many of you in the chat, let me know if you have watched Karate Kid with Mr. Miyagi and Daniel-san. Let me know if you've seen this movie. Awesome movie. Okay, so you guys watch movies. So we are going to watch Karate Kid. So as I am on this challenge tonight, I'm going to be teaching you some things, right? You know, Daniel-san wanted to learn how to fight. Mr. Miyagi was teaching him like wax on, wax off, wax on, wax off. And Daniel-san was getting irritated, right? Because he wanted to learn how to fight, and Mr. Miyagi's teaching him wax on, wax off. And then the next thing you know, Mr. Miyagi's over there saying, let's paint the fence, like up and down, paint the fence up and down. And so Daniel-san's really getting mad right now because he's like, you know, I want to learn how to do karate, and you're over here wax on, wax off, paint the fence up and down. So this is just like what I'm going to teach you today. I'm going to be teaching you some things, and you're going to be saying, Becky, I come on here to learn how to trade, and you're over here going wax on, wax off. But remember in the movie when Mr. Miyagi, when Mr. Miyagi threw a kick, what did Daniel-san do? Like paint the fence up, paint the fence down. He blocked things by doing wax on, wax off. So the whole time, Mr. Miyagi was teaching Daniel-san, but he didn't know that he was being taught. So that is our introduction to our cruise ship, the movie Under the Stars. All right, I want you to meet your captain. Now you are at the captain's dinner. My name's Becky Timms. This is also another AI photo of me on a cruise ship being a captain. And so I just want to tell you a little bit about myself. Yes, I have been successful in my career. I have a ton of degrees. I'm a scientist. I supervise chemists. I work in a laboratory. I have a biology degree, a Master of Earth and Environmental Resource Management degree, and an MBA from the Citadel. So I have a ton of degrees. Now, do you have to have a ton of degrees to be successful in trading? Absolutely not. No, you don't. Okay. But I want to tell you why I have all those degrees. I have those degrees because I was drowning in student loan debt. I don't know if you're drowning in student loan debt or not. You don't have to answer in the chat. But if you're drowning in student loan debt, one of the ways that you can postpone it is to just keep going back to school, back to school, back to school, back to school, right? And so I don't want to be drowning in student loan debt anymore. But don't you get me wrong. I was a master of degrees, but I was shackled by this debt. And debt is a heavy, heavy thing to carry. But don't get me wrong, I am so proud, so proud of those degrees because I came from absolutely nothing, right? I came from absolutely nothing. In fact, this is the home that I grew up in, single mom, 3 children on welfare. She did the best that she could. So what I want you to know, I don't care what your background is. I don't care where you came from, your age, your sex, your gender. I want to help you with your trading, right? And even right now, as a laboratory director, I know that I'm playing life smaller than what I want to, right? I want to recognize if you are a new trader, if you're starting from zero, let me know in the chat, because if you are starting in the right place. As you could see from my past, I didn't grow up with financial literacy. I grew up learning survival mode, right? Survival mode. So if money feels tight sometimes, if time feels tight, you have fear and it's loud, I get it. Trading doesn't require confidence first. It requires a simple plan. And that's what I'm going to show you today. So I see a lot of you are brand new on here, new to trading, new. You are in the right place, because that's exactly what I'm doing, right? Trading doesn't require confidence first. You have to have a simple plan. We start with the basics. We have to have risk. We have to have rules, and we have to do reps. There's going to be no guessing and no gambling. We're going to follow a system. So your starting point is not your ceiling, it's just your starting line. We're going to build a firm foundation first and have consistency next. And that's what we're working on. So there's some obstacles that we're going to overcome on this challenge. I already kind of talked about the money when, a lot of people are like, I don't have the money to trade. I don't even know what trading is. So I'm definitely not going to spend my hard-earned money on it. That's how I felt. I was like, oh no, In fact, my son came home. He had bought a course from when he got his first job as a plumber, and he came home. He's like, Mom, I got this course. Da, da, da. And I'm like, son, be very, very careful. It's my mama instinct. I wanted to protect him, right? So maybe that's where you are right now. You want to protect your children, or maybe even yourself. Maybe you don't have time. Maybe you don't even have time to trade, right? Or maybe you don't have the skills. Maybe it's very confusing to you, or a big one is fear. People are scared to trade, right? Next thing on a cruise ship is the all-you-can-eat buffet. This is one of the favorite things that people love on a cruise ship. And so for our all-you-can-eat buffet, I'm going to teach you all about Forex and trading in general. So what is Forex? Basically, Forex is exchanging different currencies. So if you fly to another country, or if you cruise to another country, so let's say you go to, Great Britain, and we have the US dollar here, and they have the Great Britain pound there, right? Or the euro USD, or the yen in Japan, JPY USD. So basically, it's just the exchange rate of what one currency is to another. It's very simple. That's all Forex is, right? But here's some Forex facts. The Forex market is the biggest financial market in the world. They have over $7.5 trillion that's traded daily. That's 7.5 trillion with a T that's traded daily. That's more than the GDP of many countries traded every 24 hours. It never sleeps. The Forex market operates 24/5, following the sun around the globe, right? From Sydney to Tokyo, London to New York, there's always action somewhere. So no matter where you are in the world, I know that Kelvin just joined us from Nigeria. It's 1 a.m. over there right now. So thank you so much for watching the Pips Ahoy challenge, but it never sleeps, right? The market never sleeps. Forex brokers didn't always exist. There's retail Forex trading that became accessible in the late 1990s because it's digital, right? But before that, it was primarily for banks and large institutions and the government. It is decentralized, unlike the stock market, because there's no physical location that you actually go to. It's done online, decentralized global network of banks. So these banks are the central banks. If you're in the United States, it's the Federal Reserve. You've probably heard of the Federal Reserve. In Japan, it's the Bank of Japan, the Bank of England, and on and on and on. These are the central banks that control the interest rates, right? These central banks control the interest rate. So these are all the different kinds of ways that you can trade. Bitcoin, you hear about Bitcoin. You can trade Bitcoin, right? You can trade the Forex market, the Euro USD, the JPY USD. In the bottom right, the commodities, gold, all-time high, silver, all-time high. That is what you can do. And then there's also the stock market, with things like Apple and Netflix and Coca-Cola and JetBlue and all the big names that you hear, right? You can trade the Facebook. If they are publicly traded, you can trade those as well. But we're focusing in this challenge on Forex. We do have commodities because I trade gold. I also trade Bitcoin, right? So all of these are things that I trade. This is about like my personal journey. So NASDAQ, those big companies that I was just telling you, I also trade NAS. You've heard of the US 30, the S&P 500. Those are made up of these individual stocks like Netflix and Apple and Google and Amazon, right? So these are things you've heard them, and maybe you haven't heard them put in this way, but that's exactly what we're doing. So like I said, the Forex market never sleeps. These are some things that I wish I would have known before I started my Forex journey. The Asian session, sometimes you hear that referred to as the A range. It starts at 8:30 at night, 8:30 at night, right? 8:30 Eastern at night. The London session starts at 3:30 a.m. Eastern, 3:30 in the morning, my time. New York session starts at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time, and the dead gap at 5 p.m. Eastern. That's the start of a new trading day, and the Forex market closes down 5 p.m. Eastern every day for 1 hour. They take a lunch break, right? Forex is also closed on the weekends and the holidays. Today was New Year's Day. It was closed after 5 p.m. It started a new trading day, and the market just opened back up, right? Just opened a few hours ago. So it's open again. On the weekends, though, you can trade crypto because that's 24/7. So that's some things I didn't know that I want to make sure that you know. All right. On a cruise ship, there is an art gallery. And you can go to the gallery and you can bid on paintings that are on the wall, right? It's an auction. And so you bid, and then the highest bidder gets to take this painting home with them. So this is the first time that you're actually seeing the stock market. And when you're looking at this, all I want you to see is look at it as an auction. When you go to an auction, let me know in the comments if you've ever been to an auction before, if you've seen one on TV, if you've ever heard the auctioneer and the way that they talk. Let me know if you've ever been to an auction before. Okay, I see yes in the chat. So some of you have been, a couple of you, yes, 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 no. Okay, so some of you have. Well, when you go to an auction, you have items that are for sale. So you have people that are selling, and then you have people like me that are buying, right? Some of them said they've actually sold artwork. Okay, so when you go to an auction, you have people that have things for sale, and then you have people that are there to buy and bid on these things, right? So I want you to look at this chart right here. All I want you to focus on is the red and the green. That's called a candlestick, right? If it's red, that means, and if it's big, there's a lot of sellers at this auction. There's a lot of sellers. There's a lot more sellers than there are buyers. That's what the long red things look like. You see the green ones over on the right side, you see there's more green, right? That means there's more people that are willing to buy. They want to buy, but there's not that many sellers. So that is all that we're looking at. Buyers and sellers, buyers and sellers. And however long the candle is, that tells you how many more buyers are in there if it's green, or how many more sellers are in the market if it's red. That's it. And our job trading is we want to look for a trend. That's all we're doing. Write this down. The trend is your friend. The trend is your friend. So you can see over on this side where the majority of the red candles are, it's going down, right? You can see it's going down. And over on the side, so that means there's selling, right? There's sell, 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 sell. And over on the other side, you can see the green candles and they're going up, 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 up. That means they're buying. That is what we're doing at the art gallery auction. So now you've been to the art gallery. So you saw the candles on the chart. So let me just tell you what they mean. So don't get confused with this, because remember I told you in our movie, I'm going to be sharing a lot of things with you and you're going to be like, whoa, this is a lot. But I just want to show you what it is. If you're selling in the market, this is a candlestick. So this tells us how high the price went and then how low the price went. This is the wick, right? How high the price went and how low the price went. This right here, the open, tells you where the price opened. And at the bottom right here, it tells you where the price closes. And from the open to the close is your candlestick body. Okay, that's all you need to know. The red ones, when you're selling, they open at the top and they close at the bottom. Okay. The green one is opposite because it's going up. So the green one, you're opening at the bottom and and this is where it closes at the top. And when we go to the charts, I'm going to show you how this comes together. But at one time, this green one went all the way up to here, and then it pulled back and closed right there. And on this one, at one time, this red one went all the way to this low, and then it pulled back and it closed right there. Okay, that is the anatomy of a candlestick right there. This red candle, write this down. Red means sell, and in the market, that's also called a bearish candle, a bear. And then for a bull candle, it's green. It means you're buying, and it's a bull candle. Okay. Any questions about that before we go on? It's really this is probably like one of the hardest concepts, but if you get that red means we're going down, we're selling, green means we're going up, we're buying. And in the Forex market, we make money both ways. If it's selling, if we push sell and it goes down, we win. If it's buying, we push up and it goes up, we win in the market. So we are going to do both ways. So in reality, it doesn't matter if it's going down or if it's going up, as long as we choose the right trend, right? Because the trend is your friend. All right, we got another excursion. So we are at our first excursion, right? We are at our first excursion and we're going to go in the jungle. And I don't want y'all to get scared right now, but we're going deep in the jungle, right? We're going deep in the jungle. I have my jungle hat on because there's going to be mosquitoes out here. There's going to be spiders out here. There's piranhas in this jungle. There's things that are going to scare us, right? But I want you to know we are prepared. We are prepared traders because we have this jungle hat on. And with this jungle hat, as soon as I take all these snaps off, I want you to look because we have this mosquito net, right? I am going to protect you as we go in this trading jungle. Y'all ready? I'm going to protect you. Okay, here we go. Let me know if you're ready. There are fun things to do in the jungle. Even though we might get eaten up by mosquitoes, there's some fun things to do in the jungle. And the first thing we're going to do is go on a canopy bridge walk, right? We're going on a canopy bridge walk. All right, you already wrote down the trend is your friend. So this is what an actual chart looks like in real time. Can you see when it's going down, it's red? Do y'all see that? And then when it's going up. So all we have to identify is that it's going down and it's going up. Let me know if you see that on the chart. I'm going to take my little get up off. I thought it was pretty fun just to make an impact. We're going in the jungle. There's going to be scary things. I don't want you to get scared because I want to protect you from these mosquitoes and bugs with this protector, right? Okay, here we go. Let's go. Okay, y'all see that? That's good. That's good. With this is what it looks like blown up. And this is what you look at. So I don't want you to get scared because what I want to show you on this chart are these different time frames. You have a 1 minute chart, right? We're looking at right now, we're looking at 4 hours. So what that means is every one candle is a 4-hour time frame, okay? So we're looking at a whole bunch of days right here because there's 6 hours in one day. So we're looking at maybe a couple of months right here, right? But then you can also click down and look at per hour. So there's a red candle that's per hour. So that means 4 of the hour candles are going to be average, and that's what's going to make our 4-hour candle. And then you can drop down to the 30-minute time frame and look at the candles in 30 minutes. And then you can drop down to 15 minutes and 5 minutes and 3 minutes and even 1 minute. For every 1 minute, there is a candle. So you can imagine that chart's going a little fast, right? It's going fast. So that's what I want you to understand with the time frame. So these time frames, they're like zooming in and out on Google Maps. The 1 minute, you're super zoomed in. You're just looking at your street. That's all you're looking at. You zoom out a little bit. You look at the 1 hour. You're looking at the whole city. You're looking at like Charleston, South Carolina, right? you zoom out a little more and you look at one day, you're looking at the whole state of South Carolina. So that is what we're doing here. Okay. That is what the different time frames are. So I just want to make sure you're all still with me. We're not even halfway through the cruise yet. Full steam ahead. We've gone to Movie Under the Stars. We've been to the captain's dinner. We've done the all-you-can-eat buffet. We went to the art gallery auction. We just did the excursion through the trading jungle. You guys still with me? We're ready to continue on through our cruise. It's a big old cruise. There's so much to do on here. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, goodness. The after dinner entertainment. Every night there's entertainment. Lots of entertainment, right? And you get to choose. Maybe you don't want to go to a show. Maybe you want to go to story time. Maybe you want to go play bingo, whatever you want to do. There's so many things. Maybe you want to go listen to Andes play in the band out by the pool, right? Because you can dance out there and all the good things. That's what you can do, right? And when you go on a cruise, there's people there from all different countries. I know right here on our inaugural cruise, we have someone from Jamaica, we have someone from Canada, and we have someone from Nigeria. So this is a global, Forex is global. Our cruise is global, right? So here's the after dinner entertainment. This is story time. So December 19th, I actually had to go in for eye surgery because my left eye is much smaller than my other eye. So I did surgery and I took a picture of it. You can see I had a big black eye, right? So when I first announced that I was doing the Pips Ahoy challenge, that's when I ordered, as I was sick with a black eye. It was way worse than this. It was real black and big. I actually ordered these big shades and the captain's hat. And I'm like, I'm going to do the Pips Ahoy challenge because I'm so passionate about helping other people learn how to trade, right? And so I wanted to do this challenge and put it together. So that's what I did. So the story continues. All right. Remember, I said the trend is your friend. All that you have to do, there is something called market structure. Okay. Market structure. So December the 19th, when I had my surgery, if this is the day, this last candle, you can see I went back in replay mode because I went back to look at it. If this is the day, you take a yellow line and you put it at the top of that candle. Okay. And this is some software. This is free. I can show you how to do it, but this is what you do. You put a yellow line at the very top of that candle. If it had a wick on it, you would put it at the top of that wick, but this one didn't. You also put a yellow line at the bottom of the candle, Remember, I said the trend is your friend. You can see that this trend is going down. Also, what you do is you can draw a trend line from the top and make sure that you get as many touch points as possible. You can see that it touched the line right here and it touched the line right here. And on the top, you do the same thing. It touched the line right here and it touched the line right there. This is called trend line trading. Now, what we're looking for to know whether we're going to hit that buy button or hit that sell button is as soon as one of these candles breaks through this trend line, breaks through this market structure. Either way, like we want it to go over the trend line and through the market structure. So this next slide is when it went out. So you can see that the trend line was right here. It broke through the market structure and crossed the trend line because this is where we were, right? Then you wait for it to go up and then you come back to this line. And if it rejects, then you're in a buy, right? Then you're in a buy. Here's my situation. This is story time. Trading is so exciting, right? It was December the 23rd, so just a week ago. It was 7:04 at night. I was at a Christmas party at my sister-in-law's house. So imagine you're at a Christmas party, Your friends are there. There's some people there you don't know, right? So I'm sitting on the couch. Big Papa's on my left. My big black eye's on my left. I didn't have glasses on. I was sporting a black eye, right? So Big Papa's over there, then me, then a complete stranger that I had never met. His name's Jonathan, right? And an alert came in and it said gold was at an all-time high at 7:04 at night. Now, I don't know Jonathan. I've never met him, but I'm excited because I am in this trade. I don't know how high it's going, but I'm in it, right? And so here I am over here tapping Jonathan, just beating him like, not beating him, but like, should I close it? Should I take the profit? Should I let it ride? What should I do? What should I do? What should I do? So let me know in the chat what you would do if I'm a complete stranger, like beating on your leg, saying what, all excited, getting all caught up in this Becky Timms energy, getting into my emotions, right? And you're looking at me like, what is this girl doing, right? That was me on December 23rd at 7:04 at night. Gold got up to $4,511.83 per ounce that day, right? So I closed early. He was like, take the money and run. So I closed it early instead of letting it ride to the all-time high. I still profited like over $700 that day, but I was super excited. And so that's the story time. That's just one of the little excursions that I wanted to share with you about my personal trading journey. Okay. But you can see how simple it is. All you have to do is know which way the trend's going, mark up your market structure, and then when it crosses the trend, goes up and comes back down and bounces, you get in a buy. And you can see if we would have entered the trade like right here, up, 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 up. Okay, that is all we're doing. All right, so we just left there and we are going to the gym. We're going to work out our trading muscles on the gym. Okay, I love the gym on a cruise ship. It is like on the ship. It's the front of the ship. You can see where you're going. It's just so peaceful. Usually there's no land. In this picture, there's land around, but you don't see anything except water, water, water. It's the best place, most peaceful place to work out, okay? So there's three types of traders in the market. First, you have a scalper. This is where you hold the trade for just a short duration of time and you trade on that 1 minute and 5 minute time frame that I just told you about. You can take multiple trades per trading session. You make rapid decisions, right? That's a scalper. Or you could be a day trader. If you work a full 9 to 5 job like I do, and you want to know, can I trade in the market? You absolutely can. You can get in the market and trade and hold it for 1 to 2 days. You're just using the larger time frames, like the 1 hour and the 4 hour time frames, right? And you just take like 1 to 2 trades per session. There are some people that only take 1 to 2 trades per week, right? Per week. And it just takes you about 10 to 15 minutes to make a decision. Or you can become like a swing trader. And this is where you hold your trades for a few days, right? A few days. So you can, do it as much as you want, but we're going to practice good skills so that we don't trade, so that we don't overtrade, right? So you're using the daily time frame to get in. So the three types of traders, you can be a scalper, you can be a day trader, and you can be a swing trader. And so these things that I'm teaching right now, when I got in and started learning, I was like, whoa, what is all this? But this is the simplified way that I know that you can do it. So what is a pip? That's why this is called the Pips Ahoy challenge. A pip is how you can make your money, right? It's a unit of measurement that's used to express the change in value between the two currencies. And all I want you to know is that the pip is the fourth decimal place right here. So from the decimal place, 1, 2, 3, 4. That is 1 pip right there. Okay. We have pipettes and things like that. But when we're trading currencies, we're looking only at the fourth place from the decimal place. So right there, except there's one exception, JPY, the yen, you look at the second decimal place. So don't get that confused for everything else, but for JPY only, the second decimal place is the pip, but for everything else, it's the fourth decimal place, okay? So that's that. The next thing that you want to know is what is a lot. A lot is a standard 100,000 unit of how to trade money, right? So let's say that the US dollar is $1 and GBP is 1.3 pounds. What that means for 100,000, which is one lot, you would have to have 130,000 of the GBP. Well, that's a lot, right? That would be a lot of money. And so a lot of people don't have that much money. So that's one standard. So what they've done is they broke it down by a tenth. So you could go down a tenth to 10,000. So, and then go down another tenth, that's called a micro, and then go down another tenth to the nano, right? To the nano. And so when we get into our lot sizes, which is one of the things that you can control, and probably the most important thing that you can control when you start trading. But just remember, that's what it is. There are different animals in the stock market. This is a pretty funny slide, but you can maybe find out which one would be you. I got this off the internet, so there's some misspellings on it. But the bull is the investors that are optimistic about the share market. Remember, they're the ones bulling straight ahead. The bears, they're pessimistic. They're going to sell, right? Bears are selling. The chickens, they're scared. They are scared of the stock market. The pigs, they're greedy and they're impatient. Greedy and impatient. The wolves, they're trying to manipulate the market with their deceptive tricks. Then there's the rabbit. This is the person who invests and holds a short position in the stock market. The turtles are the ones that trade for days and days and days. They're looking for long returns. And then the whales represent the extremely big investors, right? The big banks is who the whales represent, the ones that can move the market. So at one time in my 9-month trading journey, I have been every one of these animals. And maybe when you start trading, you're going to say, yeah, Becky told me a pig is greedy, right? You've been greedy before. I've been greedy. I've been fearful before. I've been optimistic. I've been pessimistic. I've had all of these emotions from all these different animals. And so I just want you to be aware that there are some animals in the stock market, okay? All right. One of my favorite places, we're going to the casino. Who's ready? Who's ready? We're not going to gamble, right? We're just going to go to the casino because I'm going to show you the anatomy of a trade. When I first started trading, I was like, what is EP? What is SL? What is TP? I want to show you this, right? EP is your entry price. So what we're looking at here is we are looking at gold and the US dollar. Gold is XAU and then the US dollar. And this came in and it says sell. Your entry price is at 3,700. Your stop loss is at 3,705, right? 3,705. Then your TP is take profit. So you can choose any of these take profits that you want. So do you want to be greedy and go for take profit 5? Or do you want to be more conservative and go for take profit 1, right? Because we're more likely to hit take profit 1 before we hit take profit 5 if we're buying or selling, right? So if we're buying, we're going up, and if we're selling, we're going down, okay? So don't be greedy all the time. One thing that I want you to learn from this is always protect your capital. Always protect your capital. Take partials, right? There is nothing that is worse than seeing a trade be up $500, $600, $5,000, $6,000, $10,000, and you get greedy saying, well, if it's going to 10,000, it'll go to 20,000, right? No, you take that money, right? You take the money and run because we want to protect our capital. Don't be a greedy pig, okay? Don't be a greedy pig. And we are in this for the long run, right? We're not here to get rich quick, right? We are here to learn. It's going to take time, and we're here so that we can do it over and over and over. All right. And this is what it looks like when you're actually in the software. You copy and paste this directly in, right? Your stop loss, or you can type it in. Your stop loss is your SL. Your TP is your take profit. Your EP is your entry price, right? And this says, like on this particular trade, I made $79.59 or $80.08 profit, but that included the swap fee because the broker is going to take a fee, right? But your net profit, or my net profit, was $79.59. But it showed me where I opened the trade, where I closed the trade, the date that I opened, the date that I closed, my stop loss, which you always, always, always want to put a stop loss because remember, we're protecting our capital. What that stop loss says is before you even get in the trade, this is the amount of money that I'm willing to lose. This is the amount of money that I'm willing to lose on this trade. And you need to be comfortable with that number, okay? Be comfortable with that number. Don't get greedy. The bigger the lot size that you put on here, the bigger, the more loss you can have, right? And so we don't want to be greedy. Okay. There are different amounts that you can get with. If you get a $10,000 fund or account, if you get a $10,000 account, you need to set goals. You need to set goals. Your max lot size is 0.1, 0.1 on a $10,000 account. Your daily profit target, you're trying to get $250 in profit on the trades. And if you lose 125, you're done for the day. Done for the day. You walk away, right? So daily profit, you make 250, you walk away. You lose 125, you walk away. It's that simple for a $10,000 account. Same thing here. If you get a $25,000 account, your max lot size is 0.25. Your daily profit is $500. Your daily loss is $250. When you hit that, you are done. $50,000 account, max lot size 0.5, daily profit 1,000, daily loss 500, and you get out, right? With the 100K and the 200K, you have the same daily profits of 2K, daily loss of 1K, and your lot sizes max can be 1 and 2 respectively. Okay. So that lot size is so important because the bigger your lot size, the more money you're going to lose, right? So you want to keep that lot size to see you have more money on a $200,000 account that you could afford to lose versus, let's say, a $50,000 account. So you don't want to do that. Okay. And you'll see that you have daily limits, like you can only lose $2,500 in one day, but we're never going to do that because our daily loss target is 500. When we lose the 500, we walk away. And that's why we're in the casino, so that you get that muscle ready, right? Because you're going to have winning days and you're going to be like, oh, I got 1,000. I can win 5,000. I've done it. I'm going to show you some screenshots. I won 11,000, 12,000, right? But was it the right thing to do? No, I should have left at $1,000. I should actually, it was a bigger account. I should have left at $2,000, but I didn't. Well, in that case, I set my take profit and my stop loss, and I went to sleep. And so it actually won in the middle of the night. So I was super happy. So it wasn't like I was following the trading plan, right? But if I'm manually doing it, when you hit a $1,000 loss or your $2,000 gain, you're done for the day. You close the charts till the next time the market's open. All right, we're going to the spa. Y'all ready? There's an amazing spa on board the ship. I love going to the spa. Who likes to go to the spa? Let me know in the chat if you like to go to the spa. Well, in our spa, what we're going to do is you have to know your why. Why do you want to start trading? I want you to think about that. I mean, you have your why. Most people, when they start, they want to make more money, right? But there's so many things that you can do. You can donate, you can impact the world in so many different ways, because you can win a lot of money in the market, but you can also lose a lot of money in the market. And so that's why we're in the spa, because we're going to work on our mindset, right? I want you to imagine that you're trading Forex and you're profiting $100 per day. You're profiting $100 per day. What would an extra $100 per day or $3,000 per month do for you? Write it in the chat. Let me know. I'm going to get a sip of water. Let me know what you would do with an extra $100 a day or $3,000 a month. Okay. I see some would invest their funds. That's what they would do with $100 a day or $3,000 a month. That's good. Some would travel, right? If you want to, you can travel with your funds, pay off bills, spoil my kids, savings. Yeah, so many different people have different things. Retirement, right? There's so many different things. And that's your why, right? You all have different whys of why you want, or what you would do with an extra $100 a day. Now imagine that you are trading Forex and you're profiting $300 a day. Let me know what you would do with $300 a day. Let me know in the chat what $300 a day would do for you. Okay? Let me know, let me know, let me know. So you could travel, you could give back, you could retire. That's what an extra $300 a day or $9,000 per month could do for you. It's to take my profits and reinvest my capital. Yes, Kelvin, I love that. I would imagine my boys with tons of student loan debt like I had, with no inheritance. And that's my stick. That is what I was running away from. I do not want my boys to have student loan debt. I did want them to have an inheritance. So that's my carrot, because I would imagine them with an awesome education, no student loan debt, and an inheritance. So I want you to do this little activity for yourself right now. Write down in your notebook, what is your stick? What don't you want? And what is your carrot, right? Your stick or your carrot. And what you can do when you do that for yourself is just fill in the blanks. If I don't learn how to trade Forex, blank will happen. In my case, my kids will have a lot of student loan debt. They will not have an inheritance. And then when I successfully learn how to trade Forex, blank will happen. There will be an inheritance. They will not have student loan debt, whatever your case may be. And yours is going to be different. You don't have to share it. It's just a little exercise just for you to do to help you with your why. Now that we're in the spa, the 1% trader mindset, right? You may have heard, oh, like 90% of traders fail, right? 1% has patience. They work hard. They have a strong mindset. They have confidence, and they're not greedy, right? Your emotions, that's why we're in the spa. When I go on a cruise, I spend the most time in the spa because I absolutely love it. And spas on cruise ships are right up there with the gym for me. But the other people, they're impatient. They're lazy. They have so much fear. They have a weak mindset. They're greedy, right? And so these are the things that I'm going to help you work on, these emotions, because we can easily move you from the 99% to the 1%. And that's what this challenge is going to do, right? You've got to get comfortable with losses. You're going to lose in trading. No, if you find someone on the internet and they say every day that we got 100% win rate, they are lying to you. They are lying to you. You have to get comfortable with losses, right? I was talking to someone this week, and they're like, I'm just not comfortable losing. You have to be comfortable losing. So what you can do, though, is you can control how much you lose with that lot size, right? So smaller lot sizes, and you'll get more comfortable. All right, this book right here, The Best Loser Wins, Tom Hugard. This is an awesome book. It is Why Normal Thinking Never Wins the Trading Game. And you can see right there, this teaches you to get comfortable with losing. The best loser wins, okay? So I want you to trust the process and manage your emotions. Remember, I told you that we're always going to set a stop loss, right? We're always going to set a stop loss. We have these candles. We know how far they go up. We know how far they come down. How would you feel if your stop loss is set right here, right? And this candle's coming down, it's coming fast, do, 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 do. And you're like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna lose all this money. It keeps going, it keeps going, it keeps going, it keeps going, it keeps going. And sometimes it even goes even further down, and you get all caught up in your emotions, right? And then it bounces all the way back up. But you get emotional, you get caught in those emotions. And the way that it would be more emotional for you is if you have that larger lot size. You don't want to have that large lot size. If you're doing like 1.3, you'd rather lose, if it went all the way over, if you lost, $13 versus $130 versus $1,300 versus $130,000. That's what a lot size can do for you, right? That lot size. If you bet the smaller lot size, if it hit stop loss, you would lose $13 or $130 or $1,300 or $13,000 or $130,000, right? Which one would you rather lose? And you and me can control that by the lot size that we set. This is super important. This is my brand new journal. Got another journal for the new year. It says her greatest power is believing in herself. You have to believe in yourself. You have to believe in yourself. I look forward to holding any thoughts, dreams, goals, brilliant ideas, and amazing moments because you got this. You need to journal every single trade that you take, and you are going to see yourself grow in ways that you did not know that you could even grow. It is imperative that you do this, okay? Imperative. That's what the successful traders do, right? You have to do that. So here's some tips to improve your trading mindset. You want to get an effective morning routine or night routine or right before you trade routine. You never stop learning. I still learn every single day. You always control your losses, right? You always control your losses. You keep a trading journal. You observe others, but you don't get jealous. Like we have some people that are making like $90,000 profit per month. Am I making $90,000 profit per month? No, but do I look at that as inspiration? Yes, but I don't look at that as jealousy, right? Because they're just a little further along on their trading journey and with their mindset than I am, okay? So you have to control your emotions, and the market is neither moral nor immoral, it's amoral. And that's the tips to improve your trading mindset at the spa. All right, here we go. Some other ships and the SS Pip Finder. We have water slides and we have roller coasters, and they are so much fun. You are like slipping and sliding out over the ocean, right? You see that roller coaster and you're like riding this roller coaster on the back of a ship, and you're like, oh my gosh, and your adrenaline's running, right? Well, it's the same thing with trades. It's the same thing with trades. This is one day for me. My profit, $11,797.85, right? $11,797.85. And then I had lost days too. I don't want to show you that you're going to win every time, losing $2,175.50. I also told you I want you to learn from my mistakes. Here's a mistake. Lot size 6.25. 6.25. In like 2 seconds, I lost $1,112.50. 2 pips, right? I lost that. And the reason I did, it was a typo. So you can lose money from errors, right? I was supposed to be typing 0.25, as you can see the ones below were, but I hit 6.25. So be super careful when you are entering your trades. Now, I want you to know this is not real money, right? I am trading with other people's money. So don't say like, oh, I don't even have $1,000 to lose or 10,000 or $20,000 to lose. This is other people's money, or what we call prop firm money, which gives average everyday people like me and you access to trade. Okay. So there we go. So on the SS Pip Finder, we are a little overweight and we need to throw some things overboard. And these are the things we're throwing overboard. We're throwing over our fear. We're throwing over our ego. Ego and fear, there's no way for that here. We don't overtrade. We do not want to overtrade. When you make your profit goal or your loss goal, which I call L for lessons, because you're journaling everything, so you're going to know if you're winning or you're losing, but no fear, no ego, and no FOMO. FOMO, I got FOMO right now. I have FOMO right now, and I'm going to tell y'all why in a few minutes. But FOMO is the fear of missing out, the fear of missing out, right? And I'm going to tell y'all why I have that, but we got to throw that overboard. And when we're on the SS Pip Finder, we have to throw it overboard, and we have to check these things every single time, right? Because if we don't, we're going to be with Ben and Jerry eating chocolate therapy, right? This is going to be our chocolate therapy for us to deal with our emotions. And we don't want this, because it's going to help us gain weight. And then what we're going to do, we're going to gain weight and we're going to eat more chocolate therapy. And it's going to be a vicious cycle. So we're not going to do that today, right? We don't do that on the SS Pip Finder. However, when you go on a cruise, there is 24-hour ice cream, y'all. You just walk up to that machine day, night, just like the market's open. That ice cream machine's open. Just go make you a great, good old swirly ice cream. So let me know in the chat right now, who of you would like a full 100% no secrets look at exactly how to kickstart your trading journey? Let me know in the chat right now. Angela said, haha, me. Yes, yes, yes. If you want to see full, exactly, me. Okay, here we go. Absolutely, me. All right, guys, here we go. Forex trading, what you need is a system that shows you step by step what to do. So you don't have to pull your hair out, right? This is what Forex trading we're going to teach you today. So I want to help you start your trading journey so that you can start hearing cha-chings, okay? And this is how we're going to do it. Regardless of your shape, your gender, your color, your background, I showed you my background, or any excuses that you tell yourself about why you can't succeed, okay? There's one word that you need, and that word is a system. So I'm going to introduce you to the system that I was introduced to. But before I do, I want to share with you, this is a new trader. Today is her birthday, so she is turning 66 today. She joined the system that I'm getting ready to show you, and she said, I won't be Ubering much more. I won't need to. Thank you for all of your help. And I said, I'm so proud of you. I am super proud of her. And she withdrew real money, right? And she said it took less than an hour to reach her bank account. And that's what our goal is. Yes, we want to trade with other people's money, but we want to be able to pull that money out, and we want to be able to keep it so that we can reinvest it and start trading, like someone said earlier, right? So Anne, happy New Year, happy birthday. So excited for you. What I want to introduce you to is Akashex. You've probably heard about it or not, but what it is, it's a brilliant all-in-one platform. You have one login, one platform, and you take control. It is an academy. It is a Forex education that takes you step by step through the trading. There are live sessions every day, all night. Right? All day, all night. There are scanners that are available that come up and tell you when to get in the trade and when to get out of the trade, because these Akashics is like a step-by-step trading program, and that's what we want to do, and that's what we want to learn. But we don't want to just give you a fish. We want to teach you how to fish so that you can learn to do trades on your own, because this is what Akashics is. It's an educational platform. We have educators that have been doing this for years and years and years that teach you trading strategies. There are scanners and tools to help make better trading decisions. But what we're not, they're not a money manager or a broker. They're not an asset manager. They're not a retirement plan, and they are not a financial advisor. So it's an educational platform, okay? There is so much training that Akashic offers. You have fast start training, you have opportunity calls, you have business building training, mindset training. Each of the educators have their training. They have the spotlight on the educators. And then we also have Super Saturday trainings, right? What Akashics is most known for is what we call TTT, or tap to trade. It is a one-click technology to mirror expert traders, right? No charts, no analysis. So what I've shown you before, that's if you want to learn how to do the charts on your own. And I highly recommend that you do, because that's where it's teaching you to fish. But in the beginning, if you're like me, like I did not know anything. So I wanted to do the tap to trade. And how that works is you get an alert on your phone, just like this, and you have 2 minutes. All you have to do after you connect your account, it takes a few minutes to connect your account, but within 2 minutes, all you have to do is click approve trade. And then after that, the educators are automatically controlling your trade. They're getting you out of the market. They got you in the market. Literally, all you had to do was approve the trade. Okay. That's what we call tap to trade. And this is Akashics' slide, but in real life, I'm going to show you what it looks like. This will come to your phone from the Akashics app. It'll say tap to trade. It expires in 2 minutes. And you can see on this particular day, this educator sent one at 11:40 at night Eastern, one at 11:46 p.m. Eastern, and 11:49 Eastern. I was probably asleep, but somewhere on the other side of the world, they're awake and they're trading, because remember, the market never sleeps. And then once you open that, you tap it and it opens and it brings you to your Akashics account. It already, for the tap to trades, they already have your risk in there and your lot size. Sometimes you do have to manually enter it. So it depends on which trader, and every trader educator has their different marketing strategy. So you need to know what they're doing, but you're taught all of that, right? And it's put in here, and literally all you do is hit approve. Okay. Now, with tap to trade, it is super, super conservative, because remember, we're teaching you for the long haul. So you might only win $5 for the day on a $10,000 account. Only win $5, but that's $5 you didn't have, right? That's $5 from the market. So you have to be super patient. Don't jump in here thinking that you're going to, be a millionaire tomorrow, because you're not, right? And I want to make that very, very clear. And then after you hit approve button, you're going to get this little thing that says success. You have successfully approved this trade. And then you can go in and manage the trade, meaning you can watch it. And if you want to stop it early, look, y'all, I'm not lying. Look at this. Tap to trade right there. So there's some people that are on here right now that are in Akashics. And remember, I told y'all I had FOMO. When I first started this webinar, there was a alert that came through, and they were in profits. I was looking over there. It's like 30 pips in profits, 40 pips in profits. So if you are already in Akashics and you jumped in on these, let me know in the chat, because I had FOMO, because I was like, man, I could be in the market, right? But I wasn't. I'm on here showing you, but you can see, I don't even know, 8:17 at night, and one just came in, okay? So all times of the day, the night, doesn't matter where you live, where you are in the world, we got you covered. Don't know what that is with the question mark, but 777 from my phone, but I didn't want to show you one where I just win, because over here on this side, I lost $622.75 for the day, right? So, Christina says, I'm with Akashics, but I don't know how to start. I got you. I will show you exactly where to start. This is my team. It's called the Earners Club. I blocked out the money amount because the SEC, you know, I don't, like I said in the beginning, I'm not doing any financial things, but this person said, I'm over blank in the last 24 hours, just hitting the approve button. There's money falling from the sky. This is what I have done for my 7 days starting finally. And they attached their screenshot. I'm over $1,000 in the last 24 hours just for hitting the approved money. Did my first trade alerts this morning. It's small, but worth learning, right? Lee says about how much money would we need to open an account. Lee, I'll show you that in a few minutes. This is my account that I started. I made, it was a $10,000 account. And from my $10,000 account, I withdrew $2,960. Actually, I withdrew $3,700, but it's a 80-20 split because you're using other people's money or prop firm money. They make 20% and you make 80%. So I physically brought home to my bank $2,960. Okay. So that shows it was pending at this point. Now, I told you it's tap to trade. I don't want to make it sound like, oh, it's so easy, right? It is easy to hit that button. It is not easy to control your emotions, right? Every month, Akashics releases its results. And remember, I told you if there's a win rate of like 100%, you need to run, right? You need to run. For the tap to trades for the month of November, there were 73 wins. There were 36 losses and total pips, 1,795. That's a lot of pips. The number of trades was 115 trades. So the win rate was about 67%. So what that means is if you were to take 10 of those trades, you would probably lose 3 or 4 of them, right? So you don't want to overtrade, and you do want to try and follow just one educator, because let's say you follow this educator and they lose 3, and then you're following this educator and they're losing 3. So now you're down 6 losses because you're following different educators. So you get to choose which educator you want to follow based on your trading style and your educational style and the way you want to learn, because they all teach, right? Then they all trade live too. So the different traders on the live sessions for the month of November, they offered 56 trades. They lost, they won 56. They lost 11. There was 16,724 pips there. There were 71 trades made. Percentage of win was 84%. Then there's the pulse signals. That's that one that just came in that's not tap to trade that you're going to have to copy and paste. There was 169 of those that were won, 36 were losses, 29,000 pips, 206 trades, 82% win rate, right? So this was for November. The December results are coming out, and every month they come out, and then every month they have different spotlights on the individual educators. I'm going to show you some of my favorite educators. Okay. So once again, these are just different win rates. I'm basically just saying you're not going to win them all. You're not going to win them all. You have to get comfortable. You have to get comfortable with the best loser wins, but you control that lot size, right? You control that lot size. Okay, here's some more. This is how they come in. Tap to trades, tap to trades. And now we're going to the bar because we are going to celebrate. Now, Akashics is a network marketing company. So that means if someone brought you to this webinar, you want to get their link if you want to sign up for Akashics. Now, do you have to recruit anyone? Absolutely not. You do not, right? If you want to build a team like I'm building a team, you can refer, become an affiliate and refer people. But I just wanted to be very honest. But what I like about this is that you can make money whether you tell one single person or not. Okay, you can make money. So this is me. And in the month of September of 2025, I was the #1 team builder, the #1 person that got new people to come into the company in Akashic. So you are in good hands. And there's different ranks that you can rank up. So because I was number one, I moved up a rank to Sapphire, right? So celebrate this win. You deserve it. So what good is coming to the bar, but you got to have friends. You meet your friends at the bar, right? So this is Josh Zwagel. He is the owner of Akashics, and he started this business. And so this is Josh. I've actually got to meet him. This is Chris Robinson. I've met him several times. I've traveled with this company. I've gone to Fort Lauderdale and I've gone to Atlanta. And Chris is actually my sponsor, and he is the number one person that ever joined Akashics. So he is the number one team builder in Akashics, right? This is Joel. I met Joel in Atlanta at the aquarium, and Joel is a beast with gold, right? He is a beast. So this is what it comes out. They'll give you the entry price, the stop loss, your different take profits here. And then you get to, or they come back and give updates like take profit 1 was hit, take profit 2 was hit, take profit 3 was hit. They say news is coming. News is like when those central banks are like, hey, the interest rate's going to go up, the interest rate's going to go down. He says you can close in profit and take it 10 to 15 minutes after, like get back in the trade after the retest. It's up to you. So you watch his training, you know how he trains, and then you take his trades. Okay. He trades gold. He's a beast. This is Rich. Rich is a beast too. Rich trades the Dow, the US 100. It's pretty amazing. He's pretty spot on. He goes live for the English speaking Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays at 10 a.m. Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays at 10, and Fridays at 10. No, I'm sorry, just Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 10 a.m. Eastern. For Spanish speaking, he goes live Mondays at 11 a.m. Eastern. So this is Rich. This is my girl. This is Arabella. If you have been following me, she goes live every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday at 4 p.m. Eastern. I've met Arabella and took a picture with her in both Florida and in Georgia. So she's my girl and super proud of her. I just want to mention this. Just this week, Arabella has 1,000. She became Black Diamond in the company. That means she has 1,000 active members on her team. 1,000 active members on her team. And y'all, she's 20 years old. She's 20 years old. So not only is she one of our educators that are calling all of our signals, she's an amazing team builder too. And for you to have like 1,000 active people on your account, on your team, on average, no income claims, you're probably making about $15,000 per month on top of her trading income at 20 years old. It's pretty amazing. And I'm just super proud of her. Okay. Akashics also has trade and travel. You can go anywhere in the world and travel and trade as long as you have your phone and an internet connection. And so that's what I want to show you. Here's another one. The trend is your friend. It's going up. So we're going to buy, right? The trend is your friend. And so you can also do trade and travel. They have a section that you can do trade and travel, or you can just do trading. With these accounts that you get, you have to pass different phases, right? So stage 1 means you have to grow your account by 10%. So if you get a $10,000 account, if you get a $10,000 account, you have to grow it by 10%. So then that means you have to make it to $11,000. And there's rules in there, right? They don't want you to win a whole thousand your first day, or, your first day. You have to take a couple days, go slow, reduce your lot size. There's different rules. Don't lose X amount of dollars in a day. But you can see where I've passed my challenges so that I can get payouts, right? Get payouts. Here's a payout. My payout that I told you that I got, $2,960. I personally chose to get paid in Bitcoin, or I'm sorry, USDT. And you can see right here, I just received $2,960.33 from an external address directly to my Coinbase account, which I then transferred to my bank and it became real dollars, right? So this is real, what I'm showing you guys. This is real, okay? Another challenge that I passed. I'm on a 10K challenge and I'm $200 away from funded. Go, Monica. Go, Monica. So excited. So are you telling me that I can replace my 9 to 5 income by just trading from 2 hours a day, like 9 a.m. to 11 a.m.? If you want to, if you're consistent, if you work on your mindset, if you become a professional trader, yes, you can. And I see it every day, right? So the prop firm that we use is called TradeX Mastery. You can see all the different payouts over there. They get paid out. It takes 30 days to get payouts, and they update them every 30 days. They show how many people got paid out. You can track them in real time on the Bitcoin exchange. This is the total payouts in the last 30 days that they've done, $368,090. You can see that different people make different amounts based on their account. This is the 80-20 split, or sometimes you can do 90-10 split, 90%, 10%, but this is probably, I don't know what it is for these traders, but my personal one is 80% for me, 20% for them. Look at this one. In just 2 months, Patrick has successfully withdrawn $62,723 from TradeX Mastery, leveraging Akashic's trading tools and their systems. $62,723, right? So this is real money, guys. This is real money. Now, I'm not saying that you're going to make that amount of money, or I'm not, because past profits do not equal future success, but I just want to share that it is possible, right? My personal account balance right now is $10,467.04. Now, you want to know the good thing, guys? I started with the Akashics in March. So March of 2025, 9 months ago. So the bottom line is I'm just an average girl that decided to try and learn trading with Akashics, but I didn't try. There was no excuses. I was going to do this. This is how I started, with no experience. I had no insider secrets, no financial literacy. You saw where I came from, right? No easy button. And if I can do this, you can too. So the 4P process for cracking the trading code with Akashics, you need to have a plan. Akashics gives you a plan. They set up rules and they tell you when to trade and when not to trade. You have to have a process, be routine. You need to prep, execute, journal, do your reviews. You need to protect that capital, protect your risk management, watch your lot size, watch your stop loss, watch your daily limits, right? And then the big one, psychology, your mindset and your emotional control. You got to watch it. So isn't it time that you cash in on what can only be described as the single greatest opportunity in the digital age to create your own fortune? I don't want your trading journey to look like this. I don't want your trading journey to look like this. I want you to be able to go from A to cha-chings so that you can make money on your phone, right? Right there on your phone. Your success is my driver. I want you to call me and say, hey, Becky, Akashics has changed my life forever. I left my job and now make twice as much in half the time. That's what gets me excited. That these things, like I'm $200 away from a funded account. I withdrew money. That is why I am on this Pips Ahoy challenge right now. And we are on the cruise to Piptopia, right? So you could be a layabout Lisa and not want to do anything, right? Or you could be a take action Tina and say, yes, I want to learn how to trade. Yes, I want to join Akashic. So the SS Pip Finder, we are full steam ahead. We've done the movie Under the Stars. We've gone to the all you can eat buffet. We've gone to the excursion, through the trading journal, after dinner entertainment, the water slide, the meet the captain, the gym, the casino, the bar. We've done it all, right? And if all this course did was help you get away from your stick and help you get your carrot, would that be worth it for the Akashics Academy course? So if someone asked, how much does it cost? When I joined Akashics, it was a $199 one-time fee and then $179 a month. Remember, I told you that Akashics also has trade and travel, where it's $249 a one-time fee and $199 a month. This is the normal pricing for Akashics. Because we are a network marketing company, if you refer 3, yours is free. But you don't have to. You do not have to, right? But I do want to tell you that it's going to take you longer than 1 month to learn how to trade. Remember, I'm on 9 months and I'm still learning every single day, but I wanted to be very upfront about that. But right now, Akashic has a limited time sale where you can get plugged in for just $149 a month. That is for the travel and the training. And this is what you're going to get. You get full access to Akashics. You get the $10,000 prop firm challenge that we talked about. You get a free 7-night vacation to the destinations that they have chosen. Now, you do have to pay, like when you go on a real cruise and you have to pay like port fees, like taxes and fees, port fees, you will have to pay those for this free vacation, but that's 7 nights, right? And when you get into the travel and training, you can look at that. And that's where a booking engine that you can get off of 70% off your travel. You get access to the tap to trade. That's if you want to do the travel and the trading, right? $149. You can get plugged in right now. They've never, ever done the promotion this big before. This is regularly $249. So you are saving $100 by locking this in now. Angela said, that's insane. It is insane. They have never, ever, ever done this before, but it was supposed to end at the end of the new year. And I was like, hey, I'm having my Pips Ahoy challenge on January the 1st to kick off the new year. Can we extend it a little bit? And other people were asking too, please, please, please extend it. And so they listened, right? Akashics listened. So I just want to say that if you just want to do the training, you can. Now, if someone else invited you to this webinar, please get their link, because like I said, they're building a team, so get their link. But if I invited you here and you want to join my team, go to makemoneywithbecky.com. It's going to take a little minute to load, and it's going to take you right over to the Akashics website, and you can see. And there are different levels. You can join the Christmas special, that's for the month, or the monthly is going to be the regular. And then the 3 months, you get a $25,000 trading account instead of the $10,000 one. And then on the 6th month, you get a $50,000 trading account. And these are the prices for that. And then annually, you get a $100,000 trading account. You get everything else, the bonus travel, if you do the trade and travel, or even if you just do Akashic. So I want to recommend that you do longer than 1 month, because it's going to take a month, but you can do the math and add it up yourself how you want to do it. But I do just want to be very honest and say it's going to take you longer than a month. And I look forward to working with you. It is super exciting. This is for new members only. I see someone said that's insane, but we can't add it to our account, can we? No, it's for new members only. So we've just gone through the entire cruise ship. We had fun. We are at Piptopia. If you've never been on a cruise before, in real life, this is Paradise Island in the Bahamas, the beautiful Nassau, Bahamas. But I thought it would look good for our Piptopia. And so I just wanted to put that on here because it was fun. And then I wanted to end the show, the fireworks show. If you want to join Akashics, you can go to makemoneywithbecky.com. I am super excited and so grateful that you stayed with me on this whole challenge. And I do want to say, remember I said I have FOMO. The 2 trades that came in while we were on this, both of them are winning right now. Take Profit 1 was hit on one of them, and Joel's Arabella sent one. I don't know what hers did. Let me see. She hit the beginning entry, but they secured 40 pips. Happy profits, everyone. So Arabella has a different trading style, and everyone has a different trading style. So I want to say, if you hit your entry point, then you're not going to lose any money. So she did not lose any money, and they secured small profits. So that was why I had FOMO, because if I wasn't on here with you, I could have taken those trades tonight. But I am so glad that I am on here with you. So at this time, I'm going to answer any questions that you might have. Let me know if you have any questions, because I'm here for you and I want to answer them. And I want to thank you so much for, joining the Pips Ahoy challenge with me, because it was fun. If you want to start your trading journey, go to makemoneywithbecky.com, and I look forward to working with you. If there are no more questions, then we are going to disembark from the cruise ship. Hope you all have an amazing, amazing night, and I will see you later. Bye.